Hey everyone, Brew here. Today we have great news about the best event that comes to Raid Shadow Legends every now and then. So we're gonna have a 2x on Ancient Shards, guys, this Thursday. It's gonna be on for 3 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's gonna end probably on Sunday morning. So be ready to open up your shards once you see that portal activate on Thursday and get those 2x chances on epics and legendaries. So guys, if it's your first time having this kind of event, the double ancient shard event, what this means is that you go to the information tab here. The information here will be updated and the epic chance will be at 16%, legendary at 1%. This is the best time to open up your shards. I don't have many shards saved up, but if a reasonable offer comes up, I might pick it up. I might not. I haven't decided yet. I've got some gems. I might open up 50 or so shards because there's some champions that I want and other champions I do not want any more duplicate champions of. So it's a bit risky for me to be opening shards all the time. Getting duplicates means nothing at the point we are at the game. Maybe for 3v3. Which champions are the best to pick up from Ancient Shards? We're gonna look at them right here from the index. From Banner Lords, guys, I do not have a single champion that I would say is just fantastic to have that I wouldn't trade for another one. Maybe Septimus here fits this role. Maybe in Banner Lords, Septimus is one of the best ones to get in terms of having a lucky pull out of an Ancient Shard. What Septimus provides is an extension to the debuffs on a boss, so he provides some extra utility on a clan boss, and he's also one of the few champions in the game that has a max HP skill. So his A2, guys, if you can see, damage increase according to enemy max HP. He can actually with a certain build, certain setup, he can actually one-shot the spider, and there's a few videos on that out there, but that's very niche. Usually what they use Septimus for is for clan boss setups and also for quick spider runs. From High Elves, guys, the best champion that I think you should be hoping for is Lysandra. I do have Lysandra. I got her, I think, during a 2x or maybe during the last Ancient Shards 2x. So Lysandra, guys, is a fantastic champion. She is the queen of turn meter control, in my opinion. She's got two skills that manipulate turn meter. Her A3 increases speed buff on all allies, then fills the turn meter and also decreases turn meter of the enemies. She's got an A2 that fully depletes turn meter on a target, and she also has a fantastic aura for your whole team. So for that 3v3, especially if you're having Arbiter in one team, then you can use Lysandra in your second team as that speed lead. It's a fantastic 24%. It's one of the higher ones possible that you can get. Of course, there are even higher ones like Lord Shazar's, which is, you know, one of the best ones. So from the Sacred Order, there are a few champions that are great, for example the Tower, but I think out of the Sacred Order, my pick would be, of course, Martyr. Out of the 3 available counterattack buff champions, Martyr is one of them. She provides a fantastic aura for the clan boss, 33% increased defense, and then she provides a counterattack buff, a decreased defense on her A1 and on her A3. She also has an AoE decreased attack debuff. This kit is so good on a champion that it would be a shame not to have a Martyr. I do not have a Martyr, and I hope to get one eventually one day. I've been playing for 14 months. I haven't gotten one. I might get one one day in the future. So next up is gonna be Barbarians, guys. Again, in the Barbarians, the best pick that I would say is Valkyrie. Of course, Valkyrie is such a fantastic champion. She's the second legendary that has counterattack buff. There's no other legendaries that provide a counterattack buff to your team. You can utilize her for fantastic setups in the clan boss. She provides a huge amount of shield to your whole team, and she also has a very good kit for PvP, even better than Martyr has, because she manipulates turn meter when enemies gain a buff. So that's another fantastic way to use her in 3v3 if you're having already a very good clan boss team, like an unkillable team. Next up, guys, it's gonna be Ogryn Tribes. Ogryn Tribes are a bit difficult to decide who's the best one out of these, but I would say that it's gonna be Big Gun. Big Gun for the sole reason that he can solo the Nightmare campaign. If you do happen to get a Big Gun, you can max him out with, of course, good gear, 6-star gear, and proper masteries, and he can actually solo the Nightmare campaign and actually farm it in about 16 seconds or so from some videos that I've seen out there. But that's when you have a maxed out Big Gun with, of course, the correct masteries and, of course, the correct gear. So yeah, Big Gun is such a fantastic champion, and he also can be used to kill rotos in the arena because of the way that he attacks. He attacks one enemy and then he does another hit on everyone. If the attack is critical, you're always gonna have Big Gun with, you know, 100% critical hit. Next up, it's gonna be the Lizardmen. Of course, if Razin was not a guaranteed fusion, he would be very close, in my opinion, with Dracomorph. Of course, Dracomorph is in a whole other level in terms of utility, but Razin gives that extra edge to everyone that gets him, and since he's free to play, he's very good champion. But you should not wish to get him. You should wish, of course, to get a Draco. That's gonna be my wish for this 2x. Getting a Draco gives you another champion that has an AoE, decreased defense, and weaken. What that makes is for very fast dungeon runs and also very high damage potential on the clan boss, because not only does he apply an AoE, defense down, and weaken, he also applies 4 poisons with his A2 at 100% chance, 3 turns cooldown with just 4 books. He's such a great champion, and I wish I get him so I can just showcase him on my channel, like having my own Dracomorph, not use someone else's account to showcase this fantastic champion. If those were not enough, he also has a great A1 that was recently buffed that does damage inflicted is equal to triple the surplus damage, and that means will attack one random enemy with any surplus damage if the target is killed. So if the target is very low and Dracomorph kills him, then he's gonna attack the next one, and if that target is also low and gets killed, then the next one will be attacked, and so on. And actually Draco can create like a chain reaction of killing each enemy because of his A1 just getting triple damage and then just going from one target to another. He's such a great champion. I wish I get him tomorrow on Thursday. So next up, guys, it's gonna be Skinwalkers. Out of the Skinwalkers, there's great champions here. For example, Brachus can provide really high damage potential in the clan boss, and also some, you know, sometimes he can be used to kill rotos in the arena. But out of all these champions, the one I would like to get also would be Longbeard. Longbeard is such a cool champion because he's one of the best ally attack champions. So his A3, guys, attacks one enemy with 4 allies. He increases the damage inflicted by allies by 20%. This is so great and makes that blender team so good for the arena. Guys, if you don't know what the blender team is, just search for it on YouTube and you're gonna find my video on it. I cover it and how I use that blender team to farm the arena. If I had Longbeard, it would be 10 times easier because increase the damage inflicted by allies by 20%. So that's 20% that I don't have right now, and if I had it, it will make my life so much easier and give my team you know, the 20% basically increased damage. That's it. Orcs. Out of the orcs, I think none of these legendaries are worth it. You should not be wishing for any of these 3 legendaries here from the ancient shards. But guys, Robar is something that, okay, it's an okay champion. He's good. He has some potential because of the way that he can stun enemies with his A1. He also has a decreased defense on an AoE with his A2. And then his A3 just does a great AoE, attacks all enemies, damage increases if the target is under sleep, stun, or freeze debuffs. He's not a fantastic champion to wish for, but if you do happen to get him, he's better than the other 2 guys. So guys, let's go over to Demon Spawn. Demon Spawn has a ton of champions here, but out of all of them, I think Duchess Lily 2 is the best one out of them. I still haven't made a guide video on Duchess, and I should actually. So Duchess Lily 2 is a fantastic support. She provides so much utility to your whole team that she is unrivaled, I think, in compared to all the other Demon Spawn champions. So Duchess Lady 2 provides a shield on her A1 to the lowest ally, and because she has such a high HP, base HP, it means that her shield is gonna be just huge for that low HP that you have in your team, as she's gonna be able to protect him. Not only that, if he happens to die, then she will be able to bring him back. She's got an AoE revive for your whole team, and she also places a veil on them, so basically protects them from 7.5% damage, and also makes her the only target that's going to be targetable. She's fantastic in the spider's den as well, when you have that veil applied on everyone else except her. And she also places heal, the continuous heal buff on everyone. She also has an A2 that places a 50% increased attack buff and blocks debuff buff on all allies. This is so good in the arena, especially when you're fighting champions that do apply a ton of debuffs. Not versus Madame Ceres. Madame Ceres basically counters the whole thing. But yeah, any other champion that tries to apply a defense down, any other champion that tries to apply a stun or a freeze on your champions, she will block it. She also has a great passive for generally anyone trying to take any damage from AoE, and also when you're fighting bosses, that's 15% reduced damage. And if that wasn't enough, guys, she also has a 19% all ally increased speed in all battles. So I mean, what else do you want out of a legendary champion? And that's Duchess. I would also like to mention, like, Lord Shazar is one of the champions that has the highest increased ally speed in arena battles by 32%. So if you do happen to get him, put him in the lead, have Arbiter next to him, and he's gonna be great with his bombs kit. I've got a video on him just bombing everyone in the arena and also trying to do some damage in the dungeons as well. So guys, Undead Hordes, another great faction that has so many potential picks here. Of course, Rotos is the undeniable #1 pick to have even a dupe for, but champions like Battle Khazar are game changing to an account. Battle Khazar provides a 20% increased damage against targets under poison debuffs. He provides a debuff cleanse, AoE to your team, buffs for continuous heal, and also applies 5% poisons debuffs on all enemies. So such a fantastic champion. The next one is gonna be, of course, Mashalt. Mashalt was recently buffed. So he didn't used to be so good, but now with his buff in a recent patch, he has become one of the top champions to use for the clan boss and as well in the arena, and of course faction wars as well. So overall, he went from a C tier to a S tier champion. And then we also have other champions like Harvest Jack, who have great kits in just controlling enemies in both the faction wars and arena. He can also be used in the dungeons, but not so much. The best pick is going to be Rotos, then is Battle, and then is Mashalt from this faction. Looking at the Dark Elves, another faction that has so many cool champions that have such great kits. The one that I would like the most out of all these that I don't have is, of course, Vizier. He just provides a fantastic way for you to increase the duration of all debuffs on a target. He also can extend debuffs from one target to everyone else, just spread them around. And he's got an A2 that actually applies 3 different debuffs on a target. So such a good champion for the clan boss. You can try so many different stuff with him. Although with now how the my clan boss team is, I've got an unkillable team right now. I do not need a Vizier. He wouldn't really increase my damage by that much. So I would love to have a Xavia instead. Xavia is one of the few champions that has a poison explode skill, and what this does, guys, is when you've got poisons on an enemy, Xavia will immediately inflict all that damage on the targets and just kill every single one of them. She is great for just clearing through waves and making your runs so much faster and making those speed runs. There's some teams that actually do Fire Knight 20 in 1 minute by having Xavia in there, and of course champions like Prince Khmer. So another notable mention here is Foley. He's great now in the arena, especially against those Rotos, because he has a way to kill the Rotos and just keep him dead. So enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. I just hate this so much when that happens to my champions, because it basically just stops all my damage potential in the arena. Next up, guys, is the Knights Revenant. Out of this, there's only 2 legendary champions here, and the best one is Tomb Lord. The other one is Beastopus. I don't even know what he does. I can't even remember what he does. So Tomb Lord, guys, he's a good champion. He's not a bad champion. He's got a way to decrease turn meter from targets, and he has also a way to apply AoE poisons. So overall, not a bad champion for a beginning account. If you just started playing the game, Tomb Lord is gonna be just not a bad champion. He's not a top tier champion, but not a bad champion to get, just because of the utility that he can provide in terms of poisons for that clan boss, for that dragon dungeon, and also that decreasing turn meter can also be used for the arena. And finally, guys, we're gonna go over the Dwarves. Dwarves have 3 champions that you can possibly pull out of an ancient shard. The best one in terms of just progressing through dungeons would be Molly Tankard. A great one for just generally having some damage would be Mountain King, but overall my pick here would be Trunda, the one that I do not have, because of how much damage potential she has, how much nuke potential she has, the 1.6k attack, base attack that Trunda has. She's such a fantastic champion. She can be used to basically destroy teams in the arena. If you go first, you use her A3, and then she just clears all the enemies with a double hit there. Such a fantastic champion to have, and she can also be used in the faction wars to just kill off that level 21 if you're having difficulties in there. And if you do not care about arena, do not care about the faction wars, she can be used for that spider dungeon and actually clear it very, very fast due to that AoE HP burn potential. So guys, that was it. Just going through all the champions that are available from Ancient Shards that are gonna be during the 2x on Thursday. As I said before, guys, if you would like me to open up your shards, I'm gonna be streaming on Thursday, just opening shards for everyone in the chat, just having some fun during my stream. There's a link down below for my Twitch channel. I'm gonna be opening at least 21 shards, as you can see here, guys. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya, guys.